Okay. Hello. Good morning. It's me. It's Saturday morning, 10:40 a.m. on the American West Coast. I had an idea the other day to have a just chatting hour. And I was thinking of all the things I guess I could talk about. I don't like preparing things like this, so I don't. And instead, what I thought was, why don't I just go through, read my Twitter, because obviously this is exciting for everybody, but hear me out, and just simply use the insanity of this stupid universe to maybe hang out and just chill on a Saturday morning. Again, 10:41 a.m. of the American West Coast. I'm your host, Tom. So what we got here? Like, trends for me. I'm sitting here on Saturday morning and I want to enjoy the internet. Because if you go, okay, you have like a couple choices, right? You have message boards where your buds hang out and everybody chills, and it's really cool because you get to hang out with people, but there's always like people that you don't want to speak or talk to or see reply. And plus, it's like you don't, it's like hang out with your buds. It's like if you go and you want to like read the news or just like think about stuff, you don't necessarily always want to like talk to people you know, right? You want to be able to go someplace and observe. If you know somebody in a group of people that you're observing, and that person that you know sees you, jigs up, right? It's like there's no observing going on. Now you're part of it. Now usually you gotta go talk to them, and you should because they're your buddy. But it's just not the same thing. I'm looking for, when I go on the internet, I guess I'm looking for real. You can't really go to chat rooms. If you go to like WorldStar, LiveLeak, any videos on YouTube, you start doing your research, your YouTube research, and it's just a video cave, which just ends up in like motorcycle crashes and street fights. That's really why video sites exist. Video sites don't exist to teach you how to macrame or give you tips and tricks on like how to cheat at Call of Duty. Like the reason that video sites exist, like YouTube, LiveLeak, WorldStar is not WorldStar, it's in LiveLeak. You're just looking for motorcycle accidents, fights, and deep sea images of like the crash. That's all you're really there for. And everything else is just a bonus, like buff bodybuilder chicks and like I don't know movies. No, you don't go to these things for that. Like that's an addition. So the only thing you can really go for is this stupid thing. What am I doing? I'm just gonna read and just respond. But what's trending for me right now is ways to avoid loneliness. Built Ford proud. Breonna Taylor. Free the pill. Jordan 1. Jordan 1S. I'm curious if this is a show. I need to show more. Like, I don't even like. Okay, so there's French Resistance, Jerry Lee Lewis, Tutti Frutti, Jamie Foxx, PSU Greg. None of those are like. I like Jamie Foxx. Jerry Lee Lewis. What? Like Tutti Frutti. So Tutti Frutti is trending and not Little Richard, even though he is just sadly married. Like, I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? Like Tutti Frutti is trending for me, not Little Richard. So go figure. Catterday. Yeah, I would rather be dead than think about anything called Catterday. outdoors Saturday and cat and put him in bed. It's amazing. You run at a 2-year-old level. Cat. Sad. Way to go. Yeah, let's try to do it. So, you're on a desert island and can only have one Triscuit flavor with you, sad face crying. What do you bring? Okay, Triscuit people. Cute idea. I'm just some schmuck, right? But let's think about this. A desert island surrounded by salt water, undrinkable water, hell on earth, right? And you're like, you can only take one Triscuit flavor? You make the driest cracker on the planet, and you're asking me what Triscuits I want to take to a desert island? The answer is none. You can only have one Triscuit flavor? So you're compounding the suffering of being on a desert island. It's a desert island. There's no water, even though you're surrounded by it. You can't drink salt water. So all it is sand and a palm tree, maybe a volleyball that crash landed with you in your plane. And you're asking me about what Triscuit flavor I want. Water flavor. You got a water flavor? I'd be into a water flavor because I'm going to be thirsty. So good work. Hope you didn't spend too much money on that, but seeing as how it's in my Twitter feed, it's probably at least $10,000 for engagement a week or something. Stupid. Fire your person. I mean, hey, you'd be like, you're watching a mystery room for life. Like, I know the desert island thing, yeah, it's funny, but it's like, you're cracker. You're cracker. How dry that is? You're gonna eat Triscuits with no water? Yeah, so you're asking me, I'm on a desert island, which flavor do I want to commit to my suicide? Roasted garlic? Dude. Yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah, bring it. Bring the suicide death by eating a dry, crispy cracker. I mean, Triscuits are good, but you want to, dude, give a Triscuit to a guy in the desert? I've seen Lawrence of Arabia, and I don't think I saw any of those guys eating Triscuits while on camelback, especially under the sun. I saw them run out of water. I saw them just chant heart. You want to give somebody a twist on a desert island. Tweet rosemary twist Triscuit. Tweet avocado Triscuit. Also, so here's the other side, right? So there have been 4 retweets of this. Obviously, it worked for Triscuit. And 66 likes. 66 likes. Like either they're 66 bots, or we have some really deranged individuals that have like a fetish for dry ass crackers. The interaction, it's like all it is an app, right? The ability to interact with it is only kind of weird and embarrassing. Like, nobody wants to interact with it unless you're giving away free Triscuits, right? And even then, it's like, I'm going to be the guy on Twitter who tweets avocado Triscuit. And running the numbers really quick, looking over at what's recommended for me, I don't see any of these Triscuit hashtags trending. So what are you going to do, right? Let's continue on. Transitions like a dog. This is just the world. Like, this is a place, a window to all these weird vertical snapshots. What? MCS stab? Oh, it is? Okay. Man, I just had a really good one. If you bring up my weird complexion, it's like, dude, Saturday morning cartoons. There's no shower involved with this. That should be probably fine, though. Yes! Safe for work version of Ron Jammy. Well, that's good. At least I can go to work. Do you tell it to everybody with like a beard and long hair? You're like, do you look at Ron Jammy? You're kind of chubby, so it's like, you can totally do it. Go back to school. No, actually, don't go back to school. Just work on your personality. Wait, no, don't do that either. You're fine as you are, obviously. Get my lengthy review from the Sakura Wars. It's so long, short, really fun. You get to the part where you probably cut it off mid-development. And anyways, somebody in Sakura Wars looks like a safe for work Ron Jeremy. Time to go study for my exams. My Theta Epsilon Alpha curmudgeon, whatever the fuck I am. It tells me what I am. Dude, my incredible data, the World Bank, the latest measure of global progress through sub-Saharan Africa. Cool, that's good. I'm glad that's happening. That's another ad. Oh my boy, Vito. There's another ad. Who is this for? Like, man, can you imagine if, like, in, like, 1994, the 6 o'clock news was like this, just this endless stream? I guess this is what the news ticker was. So they were like, we don't need news anchors anymore. We just need something that's a news ticker of insanity. King Diamond signed me some stuff. I would buy that. Rip. Yep. Seriously, rip. But, Tutti Frutti is trending, not Little Richard. So, Tutti Frutti is trending and not Little Richard. Tutti Frutti is trending and not Little Richard, despite him having passed and him being the self-proclaimed and also honestly architect of rock and roll. Oh yeah, I could actually click on that picture. Nick Gage rules. I wish I was cool enough to be a person that could always say something at least like funny. He doesn't bash me. He's just like talking like a monotone New York cool guy who likes comics, and he just says funny stuff from time to time. Berlin Alexanderplatz. Man, that is some good quote-unquote binge watching, quote, end quote. Got some big one. I have to see what happens with Blanken. He's a writer, a critic, he works at what? Because you always want to show you're watching the preview. That's the sign of a good show. Or show the guy. Oh. Two things, my dude. Dude, like dogs see in black and white. Can you imagine how like insane a television looks to a dog? They can't see that well. And Mark Hamill like it does. Like Teen was watching Star Wars for the first time. My dog is watching Star Wars for the first time. Luke Skywalker, can you help me with watching Star Wars with my dog? Can you teach my dog Jedi mind tricks? Oh, I hate this. I hate everything. Sarah Hayter is admitting something to everybody, and it's that He's not going to read a book. That's the update. Hey guys, here's a couple of sentences about how I'm not going to read a book. What's the books to read before you buy? Before you buy. Yeah, before you buy. Any book you want. Yeah, it's not true. Like, don't waste your time on shitty books. Like, and you might not be smart enough to know what a good books are. So, first off, this person's an idiot. Just read books. Dude, I'm reading a book right now that's written by, I don't know, some guy, Daniel DeCrow or something like that, and it's about Albert Pion. And he takes a page with pictures to talk about each production of Albert Pion's. And boy, I gotta tell you, I started it yesterday, and I have like 5 pages left. That's how good that book is. Don't read books you don't want to read. So make sure before you die to read any book you want, but don't read any books you don't want to read. Because new things that you otherwise wouldn't find for yourself are better. 3, that's it. So my list is over, and yet, number 4, congratulations, you did it. Like, the smarm, like, god damn it, it's everything just sounds like everything you read on the internet written by normal people just sounds like what it's like to watch The Office, which is, it's not fun at all. This probably isn't fun. Representative Greg Murphy, the President Trump, it's obvious to me that there are people in this country that hate you and hate this administration more than they love this country. Meaning what? That means he's a good guy. That means that you've hit upon something that what they hate more than they love. Okay. Are they out there like burning the Capitol building down? Like what are they doing in fact? Like what does this have to do with anything? Like that's the headline. It's obvious to a blind man on a galloping horse that love for the country is precisely why they hate Trump. So it's an argument about who actually loves the country and who doesn't love the country. Wow. That's quite the political discourse. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom and figure out the answer as today before 6. Look at that bad motherfucker. He's just like, look at this fondue. Not fondue. What are they called? Big hairdos like that? I don't know. That big old beehive he got going on. Throwing up the Richard Nixon peace signs and some sequin Liberace shit. It's like he's floating in a pink cloud of cotton candy. And it's the cotton candy's probably delish. I should probably check the levels now. Get my number 1. 2 things, my dude. 2 things, my dude. Oh no, you can't hear my fucking vocals at all. Oh. Two things, my dude. Two things, my dude. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Nice. My roommate has 2 cats, and I'm starting to like cats more. My friend says, "Went to your house smells like a litter box." Exactly. It's like, I hope you love the smell of strong cat urine everywhere you go. God, dude, if you want to, I'm sorry. Like, I have many friends that own cats, and they all know it's a funny joke that I don't like cats, but like, dude, cats are disgusting. Like, they smell and they require like so much interaction and attention when they want it. It's just like, dude, I swear to God, man, I don't understand people's like love of those creepy animals. Yeah. So here we go. Here's a Little Richard thing, but Tutti Frutti is trending. One time my uncle was driving a limo for Little Richard, and Little Richard was railing on a ruling amount of cocaine, while begging my uncle to accept Christ into his heart. That uncle is a pastor now, so it worked. What? So this Mike Codry guy is like some right-wing pundit dude, obviously an anti-vaxxer, probably as well, I'm just assuming. I don't really care to like spend my entire life on Twitter. So like I follow these people because somebody probably linked something and I was like, oh, I gotta follow the enemy. Like I just want to know like what people that I could never speak to like think. It's good. It's a good study, right? It just kind of puts a candle to the depths of what humans are capable of, which they're pretty low, and pretty deep depths. They had randomly obtained several non-human samples, including from a fruit, a goat, and a sheep, and had assigned them human names and ages. These samples were submitted to the lab and came back positive for coronavirus. Tanzania has since rejected the faulty test. Like, is that an attempt at humor? Or is he just trying to say that, like, a bunch of people in Africa took non-human samples, including from a fruit, a goat, and a sheep, and assigned them human names and ages? Like, they lied about who the test subject were and then tested positive for coronavirus. I don't get it. Like, it's not... I understand the attempt. I get it. I'm being purposely, like, obtuse here, but, like, why? This guy woke up 12 minutes ago on a Saturday morning and was like, you know what, everybody needs to know about this. God, turn this garbage off. Yeah, what you're watching right now is me just going and trying to find evidence for just, like, shutting Twitter off. And the ability for people to, like, speak to each other in this manner. This weird, absentee manner. So dumb. It's just like, you know what Twitter is? Right now, Twitter is just a bunch of people talking online, just yelling at each other, like just saying like snide, really like cheap, pathetic, and passive-aggressive remarks to each other. But it's just going to turn into a giant drug bust, right? It's just going to be a way for the state to secretly monitor you and see how many bad and possibly potentially violent things you can say about important people in society, and then probably prosecute you for them. That's what Twitter will turn into. Facebook's already a police database. Obviously, it's blue, okay? I mean, if you didn't know that was just a cop device to see where you are and what you were doing, well, I guess go share some more pictures of yourself on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. It's fine. I do it all the time, but I'm just saying. It's just going to be a tool to throw you in jail later. Or your kids. Maybe not you, maybe just your kids. But again, more Little Richard. I see Little Richard, but Tutti Frutti and Catterday are trending. Tutti Frutti is still trending. Little Richard dies, Jerry Lee Lewis and Tutti Frutti are trending. Two things, my dude. You look like a low-rent Ron Jeremy. Well, thank you. And I can't hear you. This person, Catherine, cannot stop thinking about how Nintendo lowered interest rates in their fake Animal Crossing bank. Well, okay. Congratulations. So the really weird, terse attempt to link real life to a video game is here, where it's like banks all over acted the same way. They lower interest rates to hurt the people and their savings. Their response, they don't understand why people are mad at them or saying, oh God. I swear to God, this is amazing. Let's see if we can find any more gems. Peter Scaretta loves Star Wars. Lol, Star Wars shills suck. Shills. Dude, that word shills, huh? That word shills. Oh, what's wrong with my thing? It's all scratchy looking. Oh, I don't even know what the fuck's going on over here. I don't even care. I don't even care. Just let it be, dude. I'll open this window some more. Maybe that'll help things. Yeah, get comfy. Okay, it's 11:06 on the American West Coast. It's Saturday Morning Cartoons with your host, Coffin. We're just perusing the internet, pretty much just looking at Twitter, just making fun of people. I figured that that's actually probably something that I would like to watch and nobody's doing, so I'm just going to do it. So far, everybody hates it. Well, what else is new? Everything that I love, everybody hates. So it doesn't mean I'm going to stop liking what I like. Man, I love Limited Breadsticks and Nuanced Opinion Guy. And like Nick Ensign and stuff like that, and all those Buddy Bradley Hall and stuff, like the film Twitter guys. But like the whole Uncut Gems screenshot, the feels when stuff. It's done. You killed it. It was done when that movie came out. It was over. You know what I mean? I think the second I saw some like 15-year-old kid tweet an image from the movie or a scene where Adam Sandler just says, "I'm gonna come," in that weird like Rebo voice, I think that was it. I think it was no longer funny because it's like, yeah, all right, we get it. It was a half decent movie that came out, and because movies are so terrible that it seemed like it was given to us through a beam of light from a holy cloud or something like that. Like, it's just, God. All right, let's just refresh this. I bet here, I haven't read this entire tweet, I just read, for those of you who are relaxing your social distancing, I already know it's going to be some sort of like scathing indictment that I'm an idiot, I'm not doing it right, and I'm putting grandparents in danger. I'm not doing it, but that's what it is. It's just somebody saying, you shouldn't do that. My dad says you shouldn't do that, and that's fine. I think it's more serious than that, but it's just, you're just yelling at people. Like, it's like you yell at an entire group. You just walk into a group waiting outside of a stadium, and inside is the improper habits for dealing with COVID-19, and you just yell at them while walking into like a grocery store. That's weird. This is Crazy Talk. 2000 is a much bigger demarcation than 2016. Gore wasn't great, but imagine having the president. Oh, I thought he meant gore like violence. I was like, hell yeah. Gore wasn't great, but then we had Meatball Machine. You get to change the outcome of the Dude, I still am reeling from seeing that Triscuit advertisement that said you're going to a desert island and you can only take one Triscuit flavor, and it's like, dude, you're gonna take a Triscuit to the desert, to a desert island? Are you serious? You will just eat sand. Dude, hell yeah. God, two amazing human beings right there. Physically touching. Dude, like, you know, everybody's like Billy Ray Cyrus, "Don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart," and he like had that mullet. Guess what? Little Richard had before him. The end. Little Richard had the mullet before Billy Ray Cyrus. Like, again, more white supremacists stealing from rock and roll culture. Little Richard, man. The man. But, guys, Little Richard is dead. But don't worry, Tutti Frutti and... Oh, Jerry Lee Lewis isn't trending anymore. Tutti Frutti still is, though, even though... Oh, God, this lady. I don't know if you guys follow this lady. I have so many questions about India's justice system and zero answers. What the F? Because obviously you're the arbitrator of those things, and you having more information about India's justice system living in the United States is important. And then they say, oh, my mom lives there, my dad lives there. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they understand India's justice system. They must if they live there. Why do you need answers? Answers about what? What happened? They're threatening the world with nukes again? What is it? I'm losing my effing mind. Please somebody tell me how to start a prison abolitionist. What? To start a prison abolitionist movement in India? This is utterly insane. Well, you could start by moving there. You could probably petition the people of India as opposed to screaming about what you don't understand on Twitter. That's a start. You could probably do that. I mean, is that the answer that they're looking for? Because they have a lot of questions about India's justice system. Zero answers. I have an answer about where you start, not on Twitter. I don't know. You're wearing like a blazer in your thing. Don't you have like some sort of research assistant at like whatever tech startup you work at, or the library or something? Like go to the university, find a professor that's into like Punjab politics. I don't find what the like following this person is just fun because every single thing they post is essentially some nonsense where it's like something is happening over on the other side of the world that is more than 10,000 miles away, that would take me more than 15 to 20 hours on a plane to get there. And yet this is really important, so I may as well just make a sentence or two about it. Like, write a book. You have so many questions about India's justice system, zero answers, what the fuck? And then you're trying to figure out how to make an abolitionist movement. Go read a book. You asking on somebody on Twitter to share their entire life's experience with you if they know about the Indian justice system? My Lord, what derangement is this? Who is this relevant to? People in India. Maybe hashtag it Indian people. I don't do something. Oh God. Oh man, this Belvita is reminding me of the Triscuit advertisement. It's not the same, but it's like another dry ass like wheat based snack. It's like, you're trapped in a desert island. Which dry ass wheat cracker are you taking with you to to dry you up completely from the inside out? None of them is the answer. Oh shit! What? What happened with Ice-T? That's final level, dude. Oh, bummer, man. Dick Wolf, Law and Order. Okay, I'm not being insensitive here, but like, Alex Winter is Ted from Bill and Ted's, right? And he's like, sorry for your loss, man. That's how I read that. If ever Alex Winter uses that, that's all I can read it is like if he's doing his character. Even though he's a very articulate, normal human being, it's like his character of Ted is so good. But if he uses the word man, sorry, bro, that's it. That's all I got for ya. I'm not crying, you're crying. I'm not going to read that. Here we go, this guy. Trump. President Trump. Like and many more. Madison dude. This fucking world is so insane and stupid. I'm glad that words don't mean anything. Like, you read Twitter and like you can get all bummed out like by people just screaming at each other and about really weird stuff, but the good news is words mean nothing. Like words, they essentially mean nothing. They can intimate things, they can initiate things, they can kind of reinforce ideas. They cannot force anybody to do anything. They are not ever true, really. I mean, they can be sometimes, but it's just you can really take solace when you're kind of getting bummed out about this stuff. But like words just, they might be there, but I mean, they don't mean anything. They don't. You know they don't. You know that they don't. I know it's a hard, weird pill to swallow, and nobody likes it, but that's just what it is. Viva Physical Media. Okay. Whoa. See, now this is interesting to me. This guy is saying long live physical media, because I mean, I'm a person that likes physical media, but also I can't ever stop thinking about those floating continents of like waste and plastic, and like those mountains of trash in a given state, and you know, third world countries that are just people living in like just hills of garbage that are just all like Glick Blu-ray cases and stuff. But yeah, Viva Physical Media, you know, really keep it going forever. Maybe just make less. Maybe just make less physical media. Amazon sued for allegedly misleading users about whether they own movies they purchased, quote unquote purchased. Wow. Like that Slash Films, like, people don't really misuse quotes from valid publications. So this is that. See, the whole thing. Here's the deal. That article is going to suck. It's not going to be interesting, one iota. But this headline has really got me because they quoted, you know, purchased. Like, it's not purchasing. You didn't actually buy it. You're just renting it. Or no, renting is renting. Purchasing, you spend money on something. It's like you bought it. But yeah, we haven't decided yet if you buy something digital, if you own it or can manipulate it or do whatever you want with it, right? Dude. Saturday morning cartoons is all about getting bummed out. That's essentially it. You don't really have to try anymore to get bummed out. It's very easy to get bummed out. All you have to do is like think for 2 seconds about a couple of things on the internet, and it's like, that's kind of sad, and it's a tragedy. So let's keep going. Who's this? Red. Oh, that guy got shot while jogging or something. He was ranking. I don't know. Okay. Oh God, Bob Liger, of course. Human Blackhead. Just started the movie The Day After Tomorrow, and my teenager just said, "Wait a second. People were worried about global warming in 2004, and it's still a thing. No more has been done about it than this." Also, I'm going to point out The Day After Tomorrow from 2004 with Keanu Reeves. Like, they didn't mean for that tweet to be a joke. They really didn't. People were worried about global warming in 2004. Dude, people were worried about global warming in 1980. And no, nobody's going to do anything about it, kid. Get ready for the heat wave. That's, as a mother, that's when you say, hey, buy tank tops and shorts. But we live in Wichita. Oh, yeah. Gonna be hot. Okay, Aaron T. Starks is telling me to think about it, so I'm gonna do it, at least for a couple of nanoseconds. Think about it. The Beatles basically started a band playing Little Richard music. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix started at Richard's guitarist. Jerry Lee Lewis stole Richard's entire act. The speed, volume, salaciousness, and raucousness of rock and roll all came from Little Richard. True. He's the architect of rock and roll. Duh. And yes, all these other people, quote unquote, copied him or took what he was doing and changed it slightly and then made it straight, white, whatever. Which is cool. I mean, it happens. So what does that mean? I gotta think about it. Okay, I think about that somebody stole from somebody else. got to be honest, not a rare occurrence. It's sad, not a rare occurrence. Happens all the time. I'm sure everybody's been reading terror headlines about break-ins and car thefts and all this other stuff during this mandatory shelter-in-place stuff. I mean, I've had like 7 cars on my block stolen in our neighborhood, like in the past month, you know? It's like, so think about it. Somebody stole IP from somebody else, aka somebody stole something from somebody else. You don't have to think about it. Know all about it. Totally aware of it. So my next question is, does he want copyright reform? Like, obviously nobody thinks that deep. They're just like, I just want to say something. Is he talking about prison reform? Is he talking about bringing back the musicians union? What do we want here? Or we just want to say the Little Richard was important. He was. He's the greatest. Sorry. He is unequivocally the architect of rock and roll. He even told everybody at the Grammys that he is the architect of rock and roll. I mean, his story is the same story of like Nina Simone. Like people just not paying musicians, and they happen to be black. Those guys, yeah, definitely, because of the times we're going up in, yeah, you know, none of those slimy jerks are going to think about that stuff, right? He's like, the Beatles basically started as a band playing Little Richard music, basically. Yeah, they idolized the guy. Yes. And they definitely covered some of his songs. And also talked about how they idolized the guy while they were doing all those, what he says, basically playing Little Richard's music, you know, Hamburg Germany and stuff. Yeah, they would play for sometimes like, dude, like 8-hour sets, right, with like 3 breaks or whatever. Yeah, you're gonna be playing covers, dude. Music was different back then. But I'm thinking about it. I'm doing what you're asking. So let's see what he says. Actually, let's see how he continues that. Maybe he wants to talk about like IP reform, copyright reform. Oh no, not Tutti Frutti. It's trending, dude. No, Tutti Frutti. What? Nice, yeah. Way ahead of his time. Nobody's arguing with you, Aaron. Nobody. Androgyny long before Bowie did. Nobody's arguing with you. Never got the recognition. I don't think Bowie's known for being androgynous, even though it's something that people point out a lot now. In fact, having parents that grew up going to see the Starman tours in like the 70s or whatever, I'm pretty sure a lot of football players called that dude the F word, if you know what I mean. I don't know. Never compensation phrase. Okay. Yes, not gonna lie. So what do? The Rock Hale should be named after Little Richard. The Rock Hale? What is the Rock Hale? Oh, the Rock Hall. Sorry, I've got my glasses on. I still can't see it. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should just be called Little Richard. Or what? The Tutti Frutti Museum? All right. None of this would exist. Rock, metal, hip hop, house. None of it would exist. None of it. None of it would have happened. His root, all of it. Well, if he's the root and he just died, what happens now? I agree. Not disagreeing with this guy, but like, I just want to say, and what? What is the actual story you're trying to tell? Because I think I know what it is. It's that people don't get credit for doing what they're doing, or people steal from other people. Again, don't need to think about it. It's pretty rampant these days. I mean, people get conned and ripped off all the time. I mean, gypsies were doing it first, right? That's why we have that term gypped. So, I mean, where's the credit there? I mean, gypsies were ripping people off, just pickpocketing and all this other stuff. I mean, we need to rename the the banks. What? I don't understand. But hey, it's Twitter. Little Bass God is retweeting a decent rapper. Life is so cool. Okay, that's good. Well, a little bit of happy news. Okay. In a staggering betrayal of the spirit of Sesame Street. Founding philosophy, public service, last year's 50th anniversary special appeared on HBO before it was broadcast on PBS. I'm pretty sure because PBS is television, they couldn't make the transition. People are still watching or listening to it, but it's like, isn't PBS just NPR now? And anyway, that's the radio. And then also it's like HBO probably gave them a bunch of money because, you know, the Star Wars movies aren't cutting it with the making puppetry cool again. So yeah, staggering betrayal of Spirit of Sesame Street. Shit needs to change all the time. I think it sucks too that it wasn't on PBS first, but it's hard in the streets, dog. People got to make money. They've made it that way. Thanks, Jason. That's Steve from Reddit. What else we got? This has been fun so far, actually. Just getting to talk over Twitter. Got called, it's SFW Ron Jeremy, which I think would have been funnier if it was low rent Ron Jeremy. That would have been a little bit more obvious. Either way, just call me the Hedgehog. Okay, we got like 5 more minutes. 2 kinds of guy. This is from Gundam is for girls. Let's see. Hi. Footstool here. Oh, he's a simp or something? The other guy is, you actually shared lies about us bappers getting turkey upon just and quite frankly, I repulsive. So he's just validating the fact that it's like, the only reason I'm messaging you is because I've got so many followers. I hate what you said. That's 2 kinds of guy. Alright. Oh no, not the Satan creatures. Boston Dynamics, man, those guys, I love it. Those things are so cool. I want all those things to be mounted with machine guns and machetes that shoot machetes. Oh my god, that lady get up because she's scared of it? Yeah, those things are going to be delivering food, pizza. You better get ready for all your pet names because, god, dude, Robodog is coming. Dude, they're going to, like, bring your tax forms to you when the overlords take over. And your tax forms come once a week where you have to pay them 90% of what you earn. And the paperwork will be delivered on dogs. You're like, why don't you email? They're like, we like the dogs. We got so many of them. There's just going to be a dog outside of every house and inside of every garage. Nice, Bill and Ted's. Excellent revenge. Wee Daddy J-Cell. Okay. Yeah, Baby Talk's cool. Baby Talk's always neat. God, look how disgusting that is. Oh, another person who's thinking a lot about something. Liking to share it. This piece in collective trauma and burnout from several years ago. Again, I sleep at night by knowing that words mean nothing. Exhibit A. Yeah. Again, another person reiterating the fact that yes, Little Richard was ripped off. White dude stole his music, etc. Yeah, I agree. He never go, did he? Chicago followed Holly with Buddy Wallace. He declared that he was Tombstone here. In the graveyard mine, taste for diamond rings, barbed wire, cobra snakes. He warned, prophetically, that you can't judge a book by looking at its cover. Oh, you can't judge a book by looking at its cover. But you can judge a book by its cover. And there's Little Richard. He piled his hair in lush waves and dressed in satin brocade and taught the Beatles to cry, woo! Forbade a young band member named Jimi Hendrix to wear fancy shit on stage. Hell yeah. Love it. Because I am the king of rock and rhythm. I am the only one allowed to be pretty. Boom. Not self-centered. Also, I love Little Richard. He is the best. So, again, no argument. Music was stolen. That seems to be the thing. Tutti Frutti is Tutti Frutti. So Jerry Lee Lewis, dude, Jerry Lee Lewis is now trending again, and Tutti Frutti is trending. Not Little Richard. Tutti Frutti is trending, not Little Richard. What a misery. Some clothes. You put together your entire outfit, God, dude. This is just the entirety of the mission in like December. Holy crap! I found some cartoons and drawings when I was a little kid. He blew his mind. Brand's coming up. It's not that good. I know he wants. Yes, my boy. I just got back from Italy. Dude, when Little Richard says, I just gotten back from Italy, it is by far one of the coolest things ever. Just got back from Italy. Oh, coffee. All right, coffee's almost done. It's 11:30. A couple of you guys watched. That was cool. I'm just going to do this every Saturday morning because I should probably just do it every morning. Reading Twitter is just like so infuriating. Anyway, it's a bad idea. Love y'all. And, at some point, I'll do it again. Probably going to play Call of Duty later today. Maybe we'll see. Maybe Monday. I don't know. Whatever. Enjoy your day. This is Saturday Morning Cartoons. Peace and love. Bye, 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 bye.